Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, we will talk about top 10 boxer players and their achievements. Boxing is a sport that has produced legendary athletes who have left an indelible mark on the world of sports. In this extensive overview, we will delve into the careers and achievements of the top 10 boxers in history, celebrating their extraordinary accomplishments both inside and outside the ring. 1. Evander Holyfield, 5 times achievements. The timeless Evander Holyfield is one of the greatest champions and overall great men the sport of boxing has ever seen. Holyfield is thought to be one of the most determined fighters of all time. His never-say-die attitude made him a great fighter and an even greater champion. Evander earned his first heavyweight title when he knocked out Buster Douglas in the 3rd round in 1990. He will always be remembered for his battles with fellow heavyweight Riddick Bowe, who defeated him in 1992, but Evander was able to regain his title by defeating him in 1993. In 1996, Evander was able to regain the WBA heavyweight title after he knocked out Mike Tyson in the 11th round in 1996. 2. Joe Louis's 4 times achievements. Mr. Joe Louis Barrow fought through one of the most troubling times in our nation's history. World War II was in full swing in Europe and on its way to the States. Joe's career lasted from 1934 to 51, and over that time, he had a record of 68-3, with 54 of those fights coming by way of knockout. Nicknamed the Brown Bomber, he helped bring boxing back into the mainstream after the Jack Dempsey era had concluded. 3. Muhammad Ali's 3 times achievements. Born Cassius Marcellus Clay Jr., he eventually adopted the name the majority of the world knows him by, Muhammad Ali, in 1964. Nicknamed the Greatest and the Champ, Muhammad Ali is without a doubt the most recognizable name in the history of boxing, and maybe in all of the sporting world. Ali was a 3-time heavyweight champion of the world. He also won a gold medal in the light heavyweight division at the 1960 Summer Olympic Games. Muhammad Ali surmounted a career professional record of 56-5, with 37 of those fights coming by way of knockout. His career lasted from 1960 to 1981. 4. George Foreman, 2 times achievements. Before there was the George Foreman Grill, there was George Foreman the fighter, one of the greatest heavyweight champions of all time. His fighting career lasted from 1969 to 1997, 28 incredible years. His most illustrious factions came on November 5, 1994, when he knocked out Michael Moore and became the oldest heavyweight champion in the history of boxing at 45. George combined power, size, and agility to become one of the most dominant fighters of all time. He won his first title after he defeated Joe Frazier in 2 rounds in January 1973 by knocking the legend down 6 times. 5. Joe Frazier 2 times achievements. The hard-nosed, tough-as-nails fighter for the city of brotherly love endured one of the most prolific careers in the history of professional boxing. His career lasted from 1965 to 1981 and had a record of 32-41, with 27 of his fights ending by way of knockout. Joe fought through the greatest heavyweight boxing generation of all time. The fighters and personalities who fought then will be remembered as the golden years of the sport. The 4 losses he had came to only 2 opponents, and one was the greatest fighter of all time, Muhammad Ali. The other was George Foreman. 6. Larry Holmes' 2 times achievements. Larry Holmes was one of the longest tenured fighters in the history of boxing, with a career stemming almost 30 years, from 1973 to 2002. Holmes mounted a 69-6 record with 44 wins by way of knockout. Holmes' first heavyweight title was won after a 15-round war by a split decision over Ken Norton in 1978. In 1980, Muhammad Ali came out of retirement to challenge him, and Holmes responded by placing a beating on Ali that led to his corner stopping the fight shortly after the 10th round came to an end. 7. Mike Tyson 2 times achievements. From prison to the silver screen, Iron Man Mike Tyson's prolific career has been surrounded by more controversy than any other fighter in the common era of professional boxing. If it wasn't for his out-of-the-ring problems, Mike Tyson may have gone down as one of the greatest fighters in the history of the sport. Let's not forget all the success Mike had during his time in between the ropes. Tyson had a career record of 50-6-0-2, and his career spanned over 20 years, from 1985 to 2005. He would have accumulated more fights if it wasn't for his prison sentence in the early 1990s. Mike Tyson won 44 of his 50 fights by way of knockout. 8. Jack Johnson one-times achievements. Jack Galveston Giant Johnson was born on March 31, 1878. He fought professionally from 1897 to 1928 with a record of 77-13-13 with 19 no decisions. Johnson won 48 of those fights by knockout. Jack Johnson defeated Tommy Burns to become the first African-American heavyweight champion in 1908 and held on to the title until he was defeated by Jess Willard in 1915. For 7 years, he was the king of the ring. On July 4, 1910, in front of 20,000 people, Jack Johnson fought former heavyweight champion James Jeffries, who came out of retirement to take the fight. This fight was tagged the Fight of the Century. 9. Rocky Marciano one-times achievements. Born on September 1, 1923, Rocky's career was perfect in all aspects of the world. He finished a perfect 49-0 with 43 wins coming by knockout. People loved Rocky more than almost any other fighter ever. The best part is, he was only 5'10". His career was short-lived compared to most of the future fighters, only lasting from 1947 to 1956. He fought in a post-World War II world, where Americans were still putting down roots and searching for stability. The zenith of his career was when he won the heavyweight title when he knocked out Joe Walcott in Philadelphia in 1952. Rocky defended his title 6 times before he announced his retirement on April 27, 1956. 10. Jack Dempsey one-times achievements. From 1914 to 1927, William Harrison Dempsey was the king of the heavyweight circle. Over his career, he was 61-6-8-50 KOs and had 6 no decisions. He held the world heavyweight title from 1919 to 1926. Jack the Manasseh Mahler fought during a time when the Yankees were king in baseball, ruled the sports world. Jack was able to swing some of this popularity into the boxing world, becoming one of boxing's first superstars. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comment section below. Also, subscribe to our channel before you go. Thank you for watching.